Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect, King of Games. And today, we are watching an epic matchup, a 2005 GOAT matchup between me piloting Gearfried the Iron Knight versus one of our newest members to the Cali Effect, JB the Menace, piloting Armed Dragons. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go first and start off by activating Graceful Charity, allowing me to dig deeper into my deck, get to those resources I really need, and all I have to do is send 2 cards from my hand to the graveyard. I'm going to go ahead and send Gigantes and Fusion Sword Mersami Blade, and then I'm going to normal summon Gearfried the Iron Knight to my side of the field. I'm going to set a card face down and pass it right back to JB. He's going to have a crack at playing Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys did not know, GOAT format is based in 2005. It is basically, what I want to remember, April 2005 format, and there's a plethora of strategies. Gearfried and Armed Dragon are just some of those overlooked strategies that are pretty good inside of this meta. JB is going to normal summon Common Area Attack to his side of the field, and then he's going to follow up by setting 1 card face down, passing it back to me. Now, the reason why Gearfried the Iron Knight was so good is because I can use cards like Blastwood Chain on top of my Gearfried, equipping it to itself. And if you've ever seen the anime, when Gearfried is equipped with an equipped spell card, the card is immediately destroyed, triggering Blastwood Chain's other ability, allowing me to destroy 1 monster on the field. I destroy the Common Area Attack and then inflict 1800 of damage to JB, leaving him without a monster to special summon other monsters to his side of the field and putting me in a great spot. JB is going to respond by flipping his face down card, and it's really good. It just so happens to be a Nobleman of Crossout, banishing my Magician of Faith, and now both players must banish all copies of Magician of Faith from both of their respective decks. JB doesn't know if he plays Magician of Faith. I know it's one of those times, but I happen to play 2. Needed to get into those critical spell cards back into my hand. I discarded a Smoke Grenade of the Thief earlier on, and I would have loved to get that back to look at JB's hand and then discard a card for free. All I have to do is equip it to a Gearfried the Iron Knight. So we're in a really good position, ladies and gentlemen. Even though JB was able to destroy my Nobleman of Crossout, he's still gonna have to follow up with a bigger play to take out my Gearfried. 1800 body, too strong. JB is going to go ahead and normal summon Tribe Infecting Virus to his side of the field. Now, for the people that know what GOATs are, or is, Tribe Infecting Virus is a terror. He can discard 1 card from his hand, declare 1 type, and all monsters on the field with that said type are destroyed. So JB is going to discard an Armed Dragon level 3, declare Warrior, and my Gearfried goes bye-bye. The 1600 attack doesn't matter, but he's going to go ahead and attack with that Tribe Infecting Virus, putting me down to 6,400 life points, and then pass his turn. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Wow, GOAT is really intricate. It's very slow, and it still has that feeling of good Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love GOAT myself. What you guys aren't going to love is, or what you guys are going to love is how Gearfried the Iron Knight can be manipulated in this game. I'm going to normal summon it and then use a spell card. What is that? Release Restraint Wave. Never thought you would see that being played in any type of game. That's going to turn Gearfried into Gearfried the Sword Master, allowing me to attack into JB the Menace's Tribe Infecting Virus and inflict 1,000 damage to him. The life points definitely starting to get closer to half, but JB has a Graceful Charity of his own, hopefully getting into what he needs to turn this game into his favor. He's going to draw 3 cards, and then he's going to discard 2 cards from his hand, just like how Pot of Greed works. You draw 2 cards, in case you guys didn't need or needed an explanation. And wow, old Grandma JB the Menace is taking his sweet old time. I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering, wow, these decks look really, really fun. How can I actually be able to see deck profiles? Fortunately, I am actually going to be uploading deck profiles for both of these decks to my Patreon. So if you guys want to see some pretty good explanation, it's a video instead of a picture this time, that I will be posting these on Patreon. And for as little as $1 a month, you can not only support your favorite Yu-Gi tuber, but also get some awesome content like GOAT format deck profiles, behind the scenes interviews, and more in-depth reviews. We are definitely trying to step up our Patreon game, giving you guys just a little something as a thank you, and I appreciate you guys for your continued support. You were awesome. Back to the game though, JB is taking his sweet old time. Reminds me of one of those grandmas you up across the street. He's gonna set 1 monster in defense. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna set that 1 monster in defense and 2 cards face down. and pass it right back to me. Me with the swiftness, not wasting any time. I'm going to activate Nobleman of Crossout, banishing that face down defense position monster, which just so happens to be a Breaker the Magical Warrior. Now JB is a little new to how we do things on the Cali Effect, so he kind of puts it in the area where you guys can't view it. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that while, you know, he's trying to search his deck for Breaker being a flip. It's not a flip effect monster, so you definitely don't get to search your deck. I'm gonna move those dice to the side. What am I doing? I'm commentating on what I'm doing in the game, not necessarily the dice, but I'm gonna go ahead and fix that up real quick so you guys can see the Breaker being banished. And now I have a clear-cut shot at JB's life points. He does have some back row face down. Am I really scared of him? No. I'm gonna attack with Gearfried the Swordmaster, and I probably should have been scared of him. JB's checking his back row. He's doing it twice, and Mirror Force seems to be winning this fight, destroying my Gearfried the Swordmaster. And I'm gonna set a monster in defense and then pass my turn. Right back to JB. He's actually having an opportunity to take advantage of my, I guess, foolishness and use the fact that Gearfried the Swordmaster, one of the strongest monsters in my deck, is off the field. But he doesn't. He's going to pass his turn right back to me, and I'm going to flip summon the Sangan and then normal summon Mataza the Zapper. Now, for the people that don't know what Mataza does, is that can attack twice, and its control cannot switch. I'm going to equip it with an Axe of Despair and then declare an attack twice. But JB has a plan of his own, Ring of Destruction, to destroy the Mataza. Both players take 2,300 damage. If not, I'm pretty sure that would have been game. Mataza would have inflicted by himself 4,600 damage, and then, you know, the Sangan would have, yeah, Sangan's still in there. But I'm going to go ahead and at least attack with that Sangan, get that 1,000 damage, and then pass it right back to the Menace. What can he do to overcome such a sick board? He's going to set a card face down and then pass his turn. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Breaker the Magical Warrior. This game could be it right here and right now. Placing that counter on Breaker, then using its effect to destroy that back row if it's a card like Sakuretsu Armor that only can be activated in the battle phase. Then this is it, ladies and gentlemen. No! JB has the Threatening Roar, and this card can be activated at any given time, preventing me from attacking directly. Back to JB, he's going to summon Twin-Headed Behemoths and then use it to attack into the Sangan, getting rid of a monster on my side of the field, which in theory would have been good because, you know, I can't swing for game. He has a 1,500 attack monster, but then he sees me get the Mataza. He's like, oh yeah, I guess you do play multiple copies of Mataza. That would be a smart idea, wouldn't it? Yep. Card can attack twice. It inflicts 2,600. You're at 2,300. So JB has no cards face down. He's going to go ahead and pass his turn. I'm going to normal summon Mataza the Zapper and add some sauce to it. Use both Mage Power and United We Stand. Being able to attack with a huge monster like that is a for sure way to secure the game. The Cali Effect and Gearfried's coming out with game one fairly easy. Now, JB is going to go ahead and use Pot of Greed again, drawing 2 cards from his deck. Now that I look at it, why are those dice back there? Why did I put them back there? What was the point of that? Anyways, he's going to use Pot of Greed to draw 2 more cards from his deck to his hand. And I bet you guys are wondering, Cali Effect, how does Pot of Greed work? Well, it allows you to add 2 cards from the top of your deck to your hand. You don't do anything else. Then put this card in the graveyard. I don't know how to make that text longer. He's going to set a monster in defense and end his turn. And I'm going to start off my turn with Graceful Charity. Whoa! The draw cards galore. They're being played everywhere. We might have to get a deck check to see how many Graceful Charities are exactly being played in both of these strategies in Pot of Greed. I'm going to discard Gearfried the Swordmaster from my hand, a card that you kind of don't really want to have in your hand. It's better off in the graveyard because it's a waste of space in your hand. You play 2 Swordmaster, but you know, it is what it is. And the second card, oh man, it looks like I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to discard. I'm going to discard Smoke Grenade of the Thief. Wow, that's a pretty powerful card that you don't want to lose, especially when you're normal summoning Gearfried the Iron Knight to your side of the field, using my Knight to attack into JB's phase down Twin-Headed Behemoth. He's going to go ahead and get that monster back to his side of the field. I'm going to set a card face down and then pass my turn. JB is going to summon that Twin-Headed Behemoth and then draw a card from his deck to his hand. It's going to put it in defense. Now, keep in mind, Twin-Headed Behemoth does lose attack. It becomes an 1,000 monster when it comes back the second time. And it's very unfortunate that Twin-Headed Behemoth is a once per duel effect, because if it was, you know, once per turn, you know, he'd keep getting the monster back until he tributes it off. I think that would have been a really powerful card inside of Goats. Unfortunately, that's not the case. JB again taking his sweet old time. You guys can say he's a menace because he's always plotting and scheming what he could be doing next to win this game. JB is then gonna tribute his twin-headed behemoth to normal, or tribute summon, his Armed Dragon level 5 to his side of the field. He's then probably gonna think about that. I do have a face down card. If it's a Blastwood Chain, he'd be in a pretty bad situation. I'd be able to destroy the Armed Dragon and everything that he worked so hard for will go all for naught. But if he does get the destruction off, destroying the Gearfried, the Iron Knight through the battle of Armed Dragon level 5, he can then use his ability to metamorph Armed Dragon level 5 into Armed Dragon level 7. And then he can tribute the Armed Dragon level 7 for Armed Dragon level 10, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just playing it. It wasn't out in Go format, but it would have been pretty cool to summon. He's actually going to get through the attack of Armed Dragon level 5, reducing my life points to 7,400. And then during his end phase, he's going to be able to morph the monster now. He now has that opportunity to summon the strongest monster in his deck. Armed Dragon level 7 is a terror sometimes. JB is going to set 2 cards face down. And then I'm pretty sure he's going to morph that monster into the beefcake it's supposed to be, the monster that everyone wants to see. On his end phase, sending the Armed Dragon level 5 to the graveyard. Man, I wish I had like the Pokemon evolution screen popping up so you guys could see it morphing into the dragon that it's supposed to be. Armed Dragon level 7 is going to hit the field with a 2800 body, allowing him to discard 1 card from his hand or a monster from his hand to destroy all face-up monsters on my side of the field. And if I can remember correctly, with a level or attack lower than the monster that he's discarded. That card is really easy for the deck to bring out. It's a pretty strong card at 2800, running over almost everything not Blackluster Soldier in GOAT format, and can be a real big problem to deal with if left unchecked. I'm going to start my turn by using Pot of Greed. I mean, you guys should, do I have to explain what Pot of Greed does? I don't have to say draw 2 cards and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck afterward. Nah, you don't shuffle your deck. And then I'm going to set a monster in defense, having my monsters cower in fear to the fearsome 2800 behemoths that JB the Menace has on his side of the field. He's going to go ahead and use Graceful Charity. Wow, how many times in this match is Pot of Greed and Graceful Charity going to be featured on the screen, giving him 3 additional cards, allowing him to dig deeper into his strategies. Now, if there was ever a misplay alert in GOAT format, one is about to come up. Obviously, I got a little too greedy, and I'm going to pay for it. Just leaving you guys like on the edge of suspicion, because you know JB is taking like his sweet old time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you know what you want to discard. Hurry up and discard it so I can keep commentating and get you guys on the edge of your seats. Man, he could take forever. He is gonna send 1 Armed Dragon level 3 and Delinquent Duo from his head to the graveyard. And next, he's actually gonna like do more stuff other than take his sweet time. What is wrong with you, JB? Move! I don't even have anything to say. All right, now, so Justin JB is going to use his Call of the Hunted to special summon 1 of his monsters from the graveyard. He's going to go ahead and bring back out that Armed Dragon level 5. Now, here is the misplay alert you guys are going to see. Seeing that he brought out such a strong monster in the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh, sweet, yeah, he's going to summon another monster, and then I can just ruin his day. But no, JB has other plans. He's going to tribute that Armed Dragon level 5, or is he not going to tribute the Armed Dragon level 5? All right, Grandma, you can do it now. He's going to tribute that Armed Dragon level 5 to normal summon Jinzo to his side of the field. And then that's where I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm really in a bad position. Like, this is no bueno at all. This would definitely be a winnable game if Jinzo wasn't on the side of the field. Very smart play by him to prevent me from using my trap cards face down. He's then going to go ahead and follow up with Stamping Destruction, destroying 1 of my face down cards and inflicting 500 damage to me. He just so happens to destroy the card that I probably should have used to the Call of the Hunted, which was the Torrential Tribute. But then again, when you start to think about it, ladies and gentlemen, nobody like summons an Armed Dragon level 5 to tribute for a Jinzo. You would expect a 3rd monster to come to the side of the field. Like, it is what it is. So he attacks it to my Magician of Faith. Magician of Faith allows me to get Pot of Greed. Whoa, getting more resources is just pivotal. But JB is going to put me down to 4,500 life points. I'm going to go ahead and draw my card, then draw 2 more cards through the Pivotal Pot of Greed, and hope to break this board. What could happen, ladies and gentlemen? Can I summon Gearfried the Swordmaster again? It looks like I am. Gearfried the Iron Knight is going to be normal summoned to my side of the field, following up with a released restraint, releasing the restraints on Gearfried. Gee, who would have known that's what that card does? Gearfried the Swordmaster is going to hit the board. Now, here is the big question. Do I have what it takes? Do I have the equipped spell cards to equip the Swordmaster to destroy monsters on the field? Armed Dragon level 7 is very strong, stronger than Gearfried the Swordmaster, and while I could just attack over the Jinzo, you know, I'd still be leaving one of the bigger threats on the field. It looks like I just might have that spell card. I'm going to activate United We Stand, boosting the attack of Gearfried the Swordmaster by 800, but even more importantly, allowing me to trigger Gearfried the Swordmaster's effect to destroy the Armed Dragon level 7. So it looks like the board is definitely back in my favor. Justin's 8,000 life points to my 4,500 might just get leveled with the next couple of cards. I'm going to follow up by setting a card face down and then using Mage Power on Gearfried the Swordmaster, allowing me to destroy Jinzo. Now that is a very strong Gearfried the Swordmaster, as now I'm going to be swinging for a whopping grand total of, well, so he's 34 plus 15, I'll make him 49. A grand total of 4,900 life points, and there's nothing JB can do about it except for, like, take the 4,900 life points. I'm going to set a card face down in my turn. JB 3,100 life points, me 45, swinging the game back into my favor, getting this game right where it needs to be, or where it should be if you are a Gearfried fan. Now JB drawing his card. He's in the desperate times right now. He's staring down a 4,900 attack monster that can destroy any monster that he summons. One monster on the field at the wrong spot and not having anything to back it up can mean game right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. He needs something, and he's thinking, and he's thinking, and he's finally gonna activate the card that could have been activated 10 years ago, or at least shown to me. I would have scooped that. JB's gonna activate Snatch Steal, snatching the Gearfried, and it's 4,900 attack. So I'm gonna lose that game to the equipped spell card that wins all the time. So I'm gonna set a monster down, face down in defense position with a card face down in this opening turn, me going first, and pass it right back to the Menace. Now, before Old Lady tends to draw his card, literally, we should just change his name to Old Lady. Like, Amber's not even this slow, and she's slow. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I won't rag on him being slow anymore. He's going to use his Pot of... How many times Pot of Greed is going to be activated? Seriously, like, this is the luckiest GOAT game ever. He's going to add more resources from his deck to his hand. And then he's going to normal summon the Masked Dragon. Did you guys, like, feel that emptiness? He's gonna follow with Stamping the Destruction to destroy my face down Torrential Tribute. Whoa, JB is definitely getting some headway right here, allowing him to destroy Torrential Tribute twice in 2 games in a row with Stamping Destruction. And it also inflicts 500 damage to my life points. I think I kept track of it last game, not that it really mattered. This game I should be at 7,500. He's gonna attack into my Iron Blacksmith Koetsu, and Blacksmith allows me to add 1 equipped spell card from my deck to my hand. Now, normally it'll be Smoke Grenade of the Thief, but if you guys see like a United We Stand, an Axe of Despair, or Mage Power, then I probably have a, you know, a Mataza the Zapper, which allows me to attack multiple times, and I can equip it to get over these search monsters that he has on the field. So I'm going to add Smoke Grenade of the Thief. Justin's probably not going to set anything. Oh, whoa, he sets cards face down. And then he's going to pass his turn. Now, getting over Masked Dragon is somewhat of a problem, mainly because destroying it by battle will allow him to special summon another dragon monster. But I have Tribe Infecting Virus, and I can pitch a card from my hand to the graveyard, declare dragon, and wipe the board without having to trigger Masked Dragon's effect. I'm going to discard Gearfried the Swordmaster. Again, not a card that you really want to have in your hand, but, you know, I guess it's fodder for your Tribe Infecting Virus, and then swing for 1,600 damage. That's putting JB the Menace down to 6,400 life points and putting me in the driver's seat of this game. I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn back to JB after setting a card face down, and Lord behold, you guys would not guess what he has later in this game. This is literally the battle of who can draw the most, as JB is going to activate Graceful Charity. All 3 games, there has been at least 1 copy of Graceful Charity played. I think in the last 2 games, there have been 2 copies of Graceful Charity from both players being activated. Talk about luck. And that's what JB the Menace might need to secure this game. While Tribe Infecting Virus in the back row might not be as scary, being able to lose every single one of your searcher monsters to a tribe is no bueno. So he's gonna go ahead and discard Threatening Roar from his hand. And then taking his sweet old time, he's deciding on what he's gonna discard next. Threatening Roar is definitely one of them, and I mean, unless he wants to go back, because, you know, I just finished actually talking to JB, and he said it's like a chess match. He wants to take his time. He wants to figure out every possible strategy and counterplay that could happen before he makes a move. I think he's just being slow because he don't know what's going on. But hey, you know, it is what it is. He's going to discard the Armed Dragon level 5, and he's going to follow up with another Call It Hunted. It looks like, yes, he is, using the Call It Hunted to special summon back to his side of the field the Armed Dragon level 5. This seems to be the pinch play that Justin always uses to get ahead, or my apologies, JB the Menace, who you guys should know him as. Using that Armed Dragon level 5 to attack into the Tribe Infecting Virus will net him a Armed Dragon level 7, but he's also going to follow up by normal summoning a Match Dragon. Now this is a risky proposition because of the face down card is Mirror Force, which it just so happens to not be. He would have been in a pretty terrible situation, but he's going to destroy the Tribe Infecting Virus and the Match Dragon, and then during the end phase, we can already expect what's going to happen. Using that Armed Dragon level 5 to morph into an Armed Dragon level 7 will be too strong. And while we are here, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like the mat that you were looking at, it's actually from Imperium Duelist. Go ahead and use the promo code CaliEffect10 off down below in the description, and you will receive 10% off your entire purchase at or from Imperium Duelist. JB now summons the monster that we've all been waiting for, Armed Dragon level 7, and there aren't too many counters to this card. I guess I could summon a Gearfried the Swordmaster back and destroy both of his monsters, but JB just might have, yes, that's right, a Snatch Steal waiting for me yet again, repeating game 2, so we're gonna have to take the strategic approach, treating this game like chess as well. Now, I really just don't have any options, so I'm gonna be thinking about how I'm gonna be able to get over this board and what exactly are my best options. A card face down and then passing my turn is all I can muster, meaning that if JB summons a monster with 1600 attack, then this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. We are going right to the end credits, but it looks like JB is having a hard time doing so. He's not being able to summon a monster. He's just gonna go ahead and declare an attack with his Armed Dragon level 7 in his Match Dragon, bringing me down to 1600 life points. It's actually 1100 because, you know, I took the 500 from Stamping Destruction. So yeah, there you have it. You know, that actually did come up. So he's gonna put me down to 1600 life points. And I think at this point in time in real life, we're trying to figure out how much life points I took in. And the sad part is that my calculator is a little bit too low. So I had to like do the life points all over again, which means that that's why we're at 1600 on here instead of 1100. But I'm pretty sure you guys are okay with that. He's gonna pass his turn back to me, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off mine by activating Premature Burial. Special summoning that Tribe Infecting Virus back to my side of the field so I can take JB the Menace's job at winning this game. Discarding a Smoke Grenade of the Thief and declaring dragons, I am going to be able to wipe his entire board and inflict 1600 damage. This game is right back in my driver's seat. Only having Tribe Infecting Virus to work with has been pretty bad, but it's actually worked out in my favor. That and Iron Koetsu allowed me to get what I needed to get to disrupt his board. Now Jay, back to his turn, trying to figure out what he can do to win this game. Only have 300 life points, or 800 life points on the board. And he's gonna normal summon Twin-Headed Behemoths and then activate Stamping Destruction to destroy the Premature Burial. And if that wasn't enough, if I really did have 300 life points, the Twin-Headed Behemoth can attack for game. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you didn't, let us know what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.